What's good, family? It is 3:11 a.m. Roll with your boy as I fly to Sacramento, California to shoot a brand video for a brand new client. Let's get it. That's right, guys. It is early AF and your boy is headed to the airport here in Houston, Texas. This is the part of my life that I call the grind. So my soul, my spirit hurt just a taste when I hit purchase on that 5:15 a.m. flight out to Sacramento. But y'all, we're really out here, okay? So on this project, y'all, I'm going to be shooting a brand video for a brand new client. And yes, before you even ask, I did find them on bark.com. Matter of fact, I might just let it ride with the lotto, okay? I know you're not supposed to do it, but I really need y'all to see me, okay? So yes, I found this lead on bark.com, my favorite lead platform, or my favorite marketplace to get leads on. And yes, I was able to successfully book this project about 5 weeks ago, okay? And so y'all, we out here. So when I tell you guys there's work out here, when I tell you guys that there are clients that have the corporate bag and are trying to drop that bag in your lap, I am not lying. However, you do have to make sure you're positioned correctly. You do have to make sure you're corporate ready. And you do have to make sure that if and when you do book the project, you show up, you show out. So if that requires you to catch the 5 a.m. flight, man, you catch that 5 a.m. flight, right? If that requires you show up a day or two early, show up a day or two early. Whatever it takes to make sure you secure the bag, be willing to make that decision, that executive decision, that game time decision. Be willing, be able to make that, and let the chips fall where they may. So check this out. My flight was delayed by 2 hours. I just got to San Francisco. I had a quick layover, and then I was going to be heading to Sacramento. The next flight out to Sacramento is not until tonight at 6:45 p.m. and it is currently 9:25 a.m. I am not going to be hanging out at this airport for 9 hours. So, thankfully, Sacramento is about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive with traffic. So I'm about to get a rental car. I'm going to cancel my rental reservation in Sacramento, and then I'm going to drive to Sacramento. My goal would be to get there by probably noon or 1:30. Family, it is currently 2:53 p.m. I made the decision to go ahead and get a rental car and drive to Sacramento. And I talked with the lady at the United counter, and she said that my bags were in fact scheduled to get on the 6:45 p.m. flight from San Francisco to Sacramento. My Airbnb is about 15 minutes away from the airport. So tonight, around 7:30, 7:45, I'm going to check my AirTag locations, check the bag stuff just to make sure they're there. And then I will go and pick up my 2 checked bags. I am getting a phone call from one of my buddies. I will holler at you guys when we get to the Airbnb. Let's get it. I lied. Let's get popping with day one. Here you see me with my associate Alexis setting up our multiple cameras for the day. You guys already know I'm rocking FX30s with the full kitted. And as you guys can see, man, this is our cameras for the day, man. We are locked in early in the morning, just kind of getting a lay of the land and kind of seeing where we can go, where we cannot go, keeping track of time. And this is our canvas, y'all. We have a lot of employees, a lot of machines going. We have our safety gear on. Let's get active. Here's a couple of the earlier shots I was able to capture. And again, you guys know I really like to fill the frame with what's happening. I really don't like just going super wide for every single shot because I feel like you lose a lot of the context of what's happening. You know, you really don't have to include even a face or a full body in every single shot.
to really kind of communicate what's happening in the moment, right? And again, this is a brand video for a company that does manufacturing and sales. So we need to show a good mix of machinery, of, things actually being made, of, employees doing their jobs, detail shots of, equipment and other things. So I really did my best to try to get a good mixture of what we captured. Another thing to take note of is, man, get close. I said it in many previous videos, and I'll say it again, man, do not be afraid to get very, very, very close to get the shot. Like, you're literally getting paid the corporate bag. You may have even had to hop on a plane to come here. Why would you show up and be nervous or a little apprehensive about getting close to employees, right? Especially considering the fact that when you do have these media days, 9 times out of 10, your client's gonna let the employees know that you're gonna be there. So whether they're uncomfortable or not, unless they tell you, like, please stop filming me, man, get the shot, show up and show out.
So we are here, day one of shooting some B-roll here at this production facility. It's 11:37 a.m. One quick tip is that if you're ever doing anything like this, a great way to have that authority when you're speaking to your client is, number one, asking where you can't go and where you can't shoot and what's safe and what's not. And then also asking them if they can give you the required PPE. PPE stands for personal protective equipment. And PPE is necessary anytime you're in like a manufacturing facility, any warehouse, things like that. So make sure you ask for that just in case they forget. It adds that little level of credibility to you as a business owner, just letting them know that you have been here before and you know what you're doing, okay?
You already know I had to get the drone up in the air, and typically my rule of thumb is I'm gonna have the drone flying for about 3 to 5 minutes maximum. And of course, I'm gonna do some sweeping shots from left to right, some pushes, some pulls. Let's just go ahead and get that standard drone shot. We're gonna bring it back down and slide back inside. And of course, guys, here is my drone alternative. And my associate with the DJI app is actually able to monitor and see what the camera sees. They can also change from photo to video. They can also, take a picture or start and stop recording, all from the phone app. DJI is pretty dope for a lot of the features they offer.
What's good, family? So right now, for the first time, I am going to attempt the, I don't know if you call it the car shot, the rolling shot, the dolly shot, but basically I have my 6-inch suction cup here from Small Rig. I have the, what's it called? I forgot what it's called, but just the arm. I have it attached, and the magic arm. And then I have my Sony a7 IV, and I actually own a Tamron 20 millimeter f2.8, so that's the widest lens that I own. I'm actually going to put this on. It's not a forklift, but it's a small cart that they use to load boxes onto. I'm actually going to be attempting to get my first rolling car shot. So let's go get it. Let me see how it looks in the frame, and let me see if this will even stick. It should. Okay, it looks good, but yeah, if we could find a box that was maybe this big and this tall, like a 1x1 box. Ooh. Okay, I think we may go with this. Okay, would you mind driving this?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. That recording? Yeah, that's recording. All right. All right, y'all, so the original idea we had failed miserably, but we went ahead and adjusted, and we got the camera onto the dolly, and he's gonna take it on out. Oh, he's gone. He's actually outside. I didn't know he was going outside. I thought he was gonna stay inside. So hold on, let me see if this is successful. I hope it didn't fall. I'm actually worried now. All right, y'all, so we failed miserably on the on the car shot. The suction cup works, but the surface that I put the suction cup on, it was not smooth like a car. It was, I think it's because of the paint that they used. It's kind of that much thicker, like industrial type of paint. And so it wasn't a perfectly smooth surface, so my camera fell twice. But I actually think I got the shot the very first like 5 seconds where he was driving off. I think that we got it. So I won't know until we get home. And you know, I will, if I did get it, I will probably show you that shot right now here on the vlog. But as it stands right now, I don't really know. Do I feel like checking it right now? Nope. I got to get ready and start shooting some B-roll. So I will just reconvene and check that at a later point. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna get some B-roll. Let's get it.
Pro tip: if it is hot outside, guess what? Get your drone up in the air and sit in the car. All right, that's a word to your mother. But honestly, man, I did want to get a little bit more drone footage here on day 2. And pro tip, yes, you can land the drone on your hand without getting out of your vehicle. Let's get it. All right, guys, we captured a little bit more B-roll on day 2, but honestly, we just got a few great shots, and then it was on to setting up for interviews. And as you can see, guys, we are locked in for interviews. As you guys can see, I have my gear cases. We're setting up our sound blanket, our A camera, our B camera. You know, we're going to be setting up our lights, our boom mic, and then we're going to get active, y'all. And like I've said many times, man, you've seen my vlog videos, you've seen my gear kit. It doesn't really change. Like, as long as you can find what works best for your workflow. Maybe you might get a little upgraded piece of gear here and there, but for the most part, once you find what works, man, stick with it and only upgrade if it's going to improve your workflow. A lot of people, they will buy gear just because it came out, but they'll never actually be able to answer the question, hey, does it make your job easier? Does it improve the workflow, or does it just make you feel like you're more accomplished because you bought a piece of equipment or a lens that just dropped? Me personally, man, I plan on rocking with the FX30s until the wheels fall off. And I'm just really excited about the value I'm able to get out of them and what I'm able to produce for my clients. All right, so I just discovered that the lights in the building run on motion sensors and timers, and the only way to cut the lights off is to hit the breaker. And there are people still working, so we can't do that. So unfortunately, I take that back. So we're gonna have to just roll with the setup we have and just kind of incorporate the very bright overhead lights. But I mean, hey, this is what we're dealt with. The owner wanted to make sure that they had product in the background of the shot. So we're giving them what they want, and we're gonna make the absolute best of it, all right? So I got my sticky on here, and we're gonna roll with it, okay? So as you can see, I have my Sony FX30. I have a VB50 battery. That's good enough for a few interviews. It still has 31% left. I have the Tamron 17-70 as my A camera. I also have the DJI Mic 2 as my backup mic, or backup audio. Then I have the Atomos Shinobi 2 as my A camera monitor. And as you guys can see, this is what the frame looks like. We have them positioned on the kind of left side of the frame here. And then of course I have the small rig heavy duty video tripod. I have the Audio Technica, whatever headphones, I don't know what they're called. And then I have the Tascam Portacapture X6 as my audio recorder. This thing is amazing. I have the audio recorder, I have the monitor, and I have the camera all plugged in to the V-mount battery. So that way I don't really have to worry about having batteries for this, batteries for that, or batteries for that. It all goes into this, okay? I have my XLR cable coming in right here. That's just gonna go right over here to the XLR mic, which is going right here, the boom mic. Now, I don't really like having boom audio super far away. I really prefer to have it really arm's reach away from the talent because I don't want it potentially tipping over. On my B camera, FX30 with the Tamron 35-150, I have that at 70 millimeters, but on this camera, that's gonna be more like a 110, 105, somewhere in there. I do have a VB99 battery on here because this one had a little bit more juice. And for this one, we're just gonna have the monitor and the camera plugged into the battery. And again, we're using this. Now this monitor is the Atomos Shinobi, the first version. I really like the 2 a lot better. I was going to use a rim light here, but because we had to keep the house lights on, I actually set this up, but did not use it. But otherwise, this is where I would have had it, okay? And then of course, right here, we have our soft box. This is our small rig RA120 softbox. I really love it, and for those that have watched my headshot videos, yes, this is the exact same softbox I use. This is the exact same key light I use. This is the exact same light stand that I use. And so that's another reason why I don't use strobes, because I already have all of the equipment I needed, you know, to do interviews. It pulls double duty for headshots as well. And this key light was sitting at 30%. So here we are, man. We are knocking out about 5 interviews, and I'm not gonna lie, man, my clients came prepared. Some of them, were given the questions early, and some did come with pre-written responses, and others, prefer that I was able to actually just read the questions and that they could answer in real time. But either way, man, we captured some great footage, and here are some of the frames we were able to capture, and this is a mixture of the A and B angles. And that's a wrap, guys. We actually ended almost 2 hours ahead of schedule, but hey, we got our B-roll, we got our interviews, and we decided to pack up and head out. Listen, if you are looking to grow and scale your corporate photo and video business with work just like this, I hope you'll continue to lock in by liking, sharing, and subscribing as I show you how I've been able to get to the bag and how you can do the same. Last but not least, guys, listen, if you have been running your business and you feel like you are on an island, you feel like you are making the same mistakes, you feel like you don't know how to price yourself, you feel like you don't know how to do a sales call or send a proposal or don't have the systems to scale your business, man, I encourage you to tap in at the link below and lock in with the corporate community. We are over there getting to the bag every single week. And as always, guys, make sure you stay locked in and let's get this corporate bag. I'm out.